Great game of football. It's easy to stand in and say you're disappointed after being 2-0 up, but super proud that we didn't capitulate and give them the winner. I thought second half they put it on us, got some big boys. But I thought, on the whole, it was a good game of football. I'm sure the manager will say that we missed a host of chances, but that's football. I'm certainly not going to kind of point the finger or lay the blame. I just thought it was a good game against two good sides. I think, you could see the quality and the depth that they've got. You see the quality and the depth that we've got. When we can afford to put George Waring at centre half and still be strong at the top end of the pitch. So, but yeah, no, listen, I was delighted. I thought the first 30 minutes was as good as we can be. We raced into a 2-0 lead. Probably at that point we should and could be 3 or 4 up. The game's done. You get the second half at 2-1. The game should be put to bed at 3-1. The keeper makes an outstanding save. After that. So, as a manager and a coaching staff and a group of players, we were happy. We've come up against a really good side, and for me, Frank, we've shown again that we can compete. That's 7 unbeaten, and you look back at it, and there's a few draws in there, but the lads showed enormous character, and that's credit to them, because I've been there when you're 2-0 up on the pitch, and there goes 2-2, and they're pushing for the winner. So enormous character, enormous credit to the group.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of pressure. The amount of Hednesford Town fans that turned up to the ground as well. But on to Tuesday, we've got a long journey.
Yeah, I mean, listen, brilliant support from both fans today. I keep saying our fan base is growing, and it is. But well done to Hednesford for travelling in the numbers, and a friendly bunch. I thought the management team was immaculate. Really enjoyed going toe to toe with them today. But listen, you can't win them all, and just because you're 2-0 up in a game doesn't give you a divine right to win. I would have taken a point before the game. Some people go, "Oh, yeah, but you're 2-0 up," and I go, "No, I would have taken a point," and I'm delighted with the point. We've had a really tough run of fixtures at the start of the season, and we've come out of it at the minute unbeaten. It will end, I'm sure, at some point, but I can't ask any more of the group to do what they've done. So on that note, Frank, delighted. And there's been a lot of noise, around the football club this week, and I said in my pre-match talk, the work or the pressure or the conversations that the chairman and the directors are having behind the scenes, the work that they're having to do 24/7 is incredible, and the support that they've given me this week has been outstanding. And that's what makes this football club. I heard about it before I came here. I've nearly been here a year now. I've just seen it just oozes support and oozes professionalism, and that's what I'm so grateful for. And listen, as a manager, you're there to be shot at, and if you don't win games, and people have got to make decisions. But the way I've seen the chairman and the directors conduct their business this week has been fantastic, and credit to them. And the pressure that they've taken off that dressing room and taken off me is really, really good. So I'm proud of that. And I know it sounds a bit cryptic and I can't go into it, but they'll know what I mean. The lads will know what I mean. But it's football. We turn our attention now to Tuesday night. I think Lancaster have got a win today. It's not an easy place to go to. I've been there years and years. It's never an easy place to go to. But we're going there in good spirits. I'm hoping that we're going to have a signing over the line before Tuesday. I think we just need, a little bit of reinforcement. Good news on Scotty Holding. He's only probably a couple of weeks away, which is good. Great news on young Sam. He's had his clearance done this week, so he's going to be getting games in the reserve. So listen, there's a lot to be pleased about. So yeah, delighted with the point. We'll unpick it, we'll get it ready. The lads have got a big turnaround now, and we're going to travel all the way to Lancaster Tuesday, but we're going to go there in good spirits and hopefully get the job done.
Yeah, look, we're disappointed, I suppose, with the point, which is a good sign for us in the changing room. But again, it is a good point for the lads. It was tough in that second half. They kind of gave me 2 halves. We played really well in that first half, and we deserved probably to go in 2-0. Could have even maybe gone 3. They've nicked the goal, I would say. Changes the game then second half. So bring on the big lads. We've defended well. We've got George next to me, Clive. Then as an 11, we've absolutely grafted. Ryan's come off the bench. So a 2-man, great graft. Like you say, it's a solid point. We just got to turn it around on Tuesday quickly and get 3.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough one as well with the atmosphere around the ground as well. They brought a lot of fans.
Yeah, they're the games you want to be involved in. Look, it makes a difference, like I said to lads in the change room. I think when they did score, they did get a bit from their fans, which changes the game again slightly for 5 minutes. Half-time probably came at a good time for us, quieting them back down. I think, again, we've probably quietened them all game, really. But, again, they've wouldn't say nicked one, but they've got a goal late on and we stood up to the last 10 minutes. Got a point, and like you say, if we can back it up on Tuesday, it's a good point.
Yeah. How have you found the start of the season so far?
Take away the FA Cup, we're unbeaten. So I think if you told lads that going into September unbeaten, you'd take it every day of the week. We just, like I say, try and get another win. I don't know who we've got the week after, but again, going to Lancaster, if you can get a win there, which would be a tough game. Like you say, we should be flying then, and like you say, just ticking on.
Yeah, sounds good. Sorted.